Peace, peace, family. This video right here is about righteousness and why it's important within a black community. Now, the average Negro bot or the average black person today in America is going to be like, righteousness, oh, that's corny, goody two shoes, da 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 da. Okay, that's nice. Now, this video is going to dispel why that is of the ego and why that is the #1 hindrance of black people connecting back with the Creator, because we are no longer righteous. Now, getting straight to the point. If you watch my video, if you go on YouTube and type in Pharaoh 7 levels of existence, I explain the 7 levels of existence as well as the chakra sequence and how our chakras connected to the Creator. And then also, if you watch Pharaoh No Soul on YouTube, type in Pharaoh No Soul if you haven't already, you'll see me break down how traumatic experiences not only cause the soul to not want to be in this physical shell and experience phenomena, but this closes the heart chakra. So now, if you haven't already watched these 2 videos, go watch these 2 videos and that will update you to the premise of this video. So now, this video is about a closed heart chakra. Righteousness comes from the heart. This is why they say, as the mouth speaketh, so the heart feels. You speak what you feel. But also, speaking is an action, a physical action, because you use your vocal cords. You also do what you feel. And if your feelings or what is in your heart and your mind is unrighteous, so will be your actions. Not just your verbal actions, but your physical actions or deeds. So now, when it comes to righteousness, a positive chakra or a healthy chakra is open and vibrating. Remember, this is your 4th chakra right here. Kind of like if you see the superhero Iron Man and he got the light on his chest, or if you notice every superhero has a logo on their chest, that's not just by coincidence, because this is where your heart chakra is, your righteousness is. So you put the logo on a superhero's chest because most superheroes should be or are presented in some type of righteous light. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, all righteous, stand for justice. So now with that being said, the 4th chakra, the heart chakra, is located here. So now, when you have a healthy chakra, it's open. And a chakra is just a Sanskrit word which means energy vortex, which means we know that we are light entities and these chakras help channel and hold our energy in these vehicles while we are here on the physical realm. So now when this energy vortex or the chakra is healthy, it allows you to flow into your higher chakras, which is the 5th, 6th, 3rd eye, and 7th crown chakra. So it's like a pipe. Or it's like a like I always give the analogy of a garden hose. When you bend the garden hose, the water stops at that point. When your chakras are closed, your kundalini energy flows up the spine. And let's say your first 3 are good, but your heart chakra's closed, then it stops. So you can't never access your higher self and receive this information. And why is this important? Because if you watch my video 7 levels of existence, then you'll see that the melanated entity connects with the Creator through the crown chakra. So if we have a closed heart chakra, your energy is not connecting to the universe for you to either receive or transmit energy or information, let alone contact your ancestors. So now, why does this tie into the black community? When people say, well, damn, I don't never experience certain things. I don't ever experience astral projection. I don't never experience extraterrestrials. I don't ever see light beings. Some people go to sleep and never dream. It's just all black when they dream all the time. They never have no dreams. Why? Because your chakras are not open, or mainly your heart chakra, which is the door, the pathway to your higher chakras. Out of the 7, this is number 4. So you got 3 lower chakras, 3 higher chakras, and then you have your heart chakra, which is the middleman, which is the gateway to the equator from your higher and lower self. So your heart chakra is closed. You're not connecting with your higher self, and this is cutting the black race off from our ancestors and anything that will be on a higher frequency trying to communicate with us. So now, getting back to righteousness. Why is righteousness important? Because a healthy heart chakra is made stronger when the entity or you or I is conducting ourselves in a righteous manner. So when you do shit like rape, steal, lie, you think it don't mean nothing, but it means a lot, because you are taking yourself and you are closing your heart chakra. This is why the most wicked people on the planet, they don't care, because they have a closed heart chakra. They don't give a fuck. They're not in there feeling. They don't care about nothing. And the black community has literally been taught through media to close our hearts. Now, it's a difference between being a warrior and then being and then having a closed heart chakra, not being righteous. You can be a warrior and be righteous, or you can be a savage and be unrighteous. It's a difference between being a protector of your village or your community or your province and being a cold-blooded, heartless murderer for some bullshit. Now, when we speaking with righteousness, it's even with the black woman. When the black woman degrades herself or does not carry herself in a righteous manner, she's closing her heart chakra as well. When you allow a man to have sex with you for a materialistic thing, that is self-degrading. That is self-degradation. That is how you close your heart chakra. And then you have so many black people, you wonder why we living in our lower selves, or all of our worlds, or you live in the hood and it's chaotic, because nobody is righteousness, because we have been taught to frown upon righteousness. So when you have somebody who doesn't lie, doesn't steal, or doesn't cheat, or doesn't do harmful things to themselves in the black community frowns upon that shit. But then you wonder why we living in a lower state of existence, because when you have someone try to rise above and raise themselves to their higher vibrations through being righteous, activation of the heart chakra, we are automatically programmed to stump that fire out before it gets to burning. So what we have to understand is, black people, we naturally exist as righteous entities. You have to delete the mental installations programmed upon us by the Caucasian and which has influenced our train of thought. Because half the things that we think, eat, do, and the way we live is unrighteous, but it's not our natural way of life. It was taught upon us to keep us vibrating at a lower frequency. If you are taught to kill a man because he's not from where you from, not only is that unrighteous, it's foolish, because both of y'all ain't from where y'all from, because y'all both came over here on a slave ship. So that's retarded. So it's just like we have to rise above and activate the righteousness, and the mind will automatically start churning again, because you'll force it back into activation, because your energy will be commuting up the spine and able to access that frequency of energy within that vortex or that cycle of light. So we have to understand that the black community will never, ever, ever become powerful again until it becomes self-righteous. Again, we have to stop thinking that devilishment is okay. It's not fucking okay. I've been in the streets. I grew up in the streets. I'm still not a fan of snitching. It's still certain codes that I feel are just not cool when it comes to the black race. But things like stealing, you got people who steal from their mother. You got dudes, I just seen dudes, you bag a girl, like a dude might bag her, or a bag just mean like you get their number. You bag a female, you get their number, you go to their house, and then you steal their earrings. Like, it's real life creepy crawlers going on. You got females setting dudes up to get robbed. You have so much unrighteousness going on. You got people sleeping with their girl best friend, sleeping with their sister. You have so much unrighteousness going on in the black community. Everybody has a closed heart chakra. And now, by not only having a closed heart chakra, we make our own situations chaotic and hellish, but we also cut ourselves off from our ancestors and from the Creator. So the Caucasian cannot access the pineal gland, which is the sixth chakra. 85% of them have calcified pineal glands. So they create a mentality that they give to you, which causes you to live below that frequency as well. So now you on the same level as them. So now you wonder why the black community is in a savage state of existence. Is because we are not being righteous, and by not being righteous, we don't have healthy heart chakras, and by not having healthy heart chakras, our Kundalini energy is not being able to commute up the spine in order to access the higher plane, so that we can vibrate on our true frequency, which is the God frequency. If the black melanated entity, whether it be female or male, is not operating within the sixth chakra, at least minimum, you are not on the God plane, period. And the only way to access the sixth chakra, you have to come through the fourth chakra first, which is the heart chakra. Because once you become righteous, guess what you start doing? You go to the fifth chakra, throat chakra. You start speaking up. You start creating reality verbally, and doing and not allowing for devilishment. Even most righteous people, for example, let's say Malcolm X. Malcolm X was righteous. So what did he do? He used his fifth chakra, throat chakra, to advocate righteousness. And then by using that, what's the next thing? Mind. He used his mind to get himself out of a situation. But you can't even think as a black person you are in your correct state of mind if you're not in your correct state of heart, which is righteousness. So we have to use righteousness in order to understand that this has a direct effect on our chakras. If you are not a righteous person, then you are not going to ever access your correct vibration. If you sell drugs, you cannot be righteous. I've sold drugs before. So don't come with that, oh, Pharaoh, you don't know it's hard out here. My nigga, I've had it very hard before. So it's like, if we are doing things to destroy ourselves, we cannot access our higher selves. Until black people come to like I use myself. I'm at a point in my life where I'd rather starve to death, homeless on the street, and die before I do something that puts another black person in a way of harm. Until we get that love for ourselves again through heart and righteousness and actually understanding who we are as gods and goddesses, then it's no hope for us. Until niggas can say, before I ever make my woman sell her pussy, or I prostitute my black queen, my black goddess, I will die of starvation in the middle of a motherfucking desert. I will die with my righteousness and my honor before I let another melanated being suffer at the expense of my gain. Then we have no fucking hope. Because that is what the Caucasian do. And he has taught us to do this, that it's okay. So now we have ideologies like, oh, I gotta get it how I live. Basically, kill or be killed. Kill or be killed comes from the Caucasus Mountains. If you go watch my video, type in Pharaoh criminal mentality, you'll see that the criminal mentality was created in a Caucasian by the Caucasian because he had little to no natural resources. So the Caucasian has mimicked his once environment, his slavery environment, and giving it to us. He puts us in project houses or low-income communities with little to no natural resources, which cause us to go into a savage state of existence, which cause us to be more influenced to be unrighteous, and we become more susceptible to do unrighteous things, which cause us to not only live in a savage state, which he can benefit off through the prison system, but mentally we become cut off from our creator as well as the ancestors because they can't even access us because we're not vibrating high enough to even communicate with them on a light frequency. So righteousness is one, not the only, but the main, I would say the top three. It's in the top three actions which needs to start being applied in black liberation. When you become righteous, you come directly back in tune with the creator as well as the ancestors, and you start vibrating higher. And if you watch my other videos, you understand what other abilities you come into as a melanated entity. So with that being said, black community, black man, black woman, black child, we must become righteous once again. Until then, you will never be at your full power, and you will never be able to cleanse the community, and you will never, ever, ever, ever achieve the God state, because you will not be able to get through the chakra choreography in order for your energy to flow. You'll be like a water hose. Your water will be stuck at the point that's bent. As long as you have a closed heart chakra, your water will be stuck at the point that's bent. Now, in order to, also another main point, to access the heart chakra fully, you must accept your own light, and you must get out of the ego. The ego is the #1 enslaver on the planet, and the white man uses this to his advantage. In order to be righteous, you must do what you know is right. It don't just mean knocking somebody's door and sing them a damn song. No, we not talking like that's corny. We're not talking about being righteous is hallelujah. No. Righteousness is doing what you know is right at the time when it's supposed to be done. It doesn't take away from who you are as who you've been. I could say from this point far on in your life, it just says incorporating positivity with it at all times. For example, I'm at the point where I literally don't even litter. I'm so connected with the universe that if I even think, like if I was eating something that had a wrapper, I literally get a feeling of feeling bad if I even felt like throwing it on the ground. Like I literally can't litter because I become so righteous that it's like I fucking know better. I know better so much that my soul be like, nope. Soon if I even think to do something, I'll be like, nope. I don't even let people litter around me if you with me. Like if you walking the street, you walking by me, you throw something on the ground, you're not with me, I can't. But like when I'm in the car, my man, if he get ready to throw some shit on the ground, hell no. I'll make his ass wait till we get to a garbage. Now, some people might say that's corny, but my chakras are just more healthy. I'm more in tune with my higher self than he is. So I have to make sure that while he's around me, righteousness is always being conducted. So when it comes to the black race, we are most powerful in our righteous state. And I don't want to keep bringing the Caucasian into this, but I have to use them as a mirror so that we can see what not to do. We have to learn from them. When you look at the Caucasian, it's hard for him to be righteous because he possesses little to no melanin, so he can't conduct the divine frequency of the universe. So when you look at the Caucasian, for example, white people allow, basically, excuse my language, fucked up things to happen right in front of them. They don't even care. Let a black female be in a room full of white men. I guarantee you she get raped faster than a white female in a room full of black men. Because I've been upstate. Police is killing motherfuckers and lying about it. It got to the point where they killed one motherfucker. They killing people and they still counting you. They got this thing upstate where they do the count where, like, let's just make a number. It's 60 people in a dorm. And you might be in bed 10, so your number is 10. They didn't kill the motherfucker in bed 10 5 years ago, but they still been counting them. So now his family keep coming to the jail. And they telling people, oh, he's not in the jail. He's in transfer. But this motherfucker been dead for 5 years. You don't even know. But you know this. as a Caucasian officer, that even if you wasn't with it, you know your fellow officers did this and you won't speak out against it. Why? Because you are unrighteous. And even when you try to be righteous, only so righteous that a Caucasian can be because they don't have melanin. So now when you go to the black men, like once again, I'll use another where I've been, personal experience. You got black people who the police oppress us so hard upstate. These motherfuckers open our mail. They disrespect our visitors. They violate us. They go through our sales, destroy everything, but then won't nobody beat the white boy up, or it get to the point where the same motherfuckers who they deem as criminals, Bloods, Crips, Patias, Latin Kings, all the gang members upstate, they won't even allow you to bully the little white boy or go in his locker and take his shit because of the righteousness, because of the melanin. So the same people who is being deemed by society holds righteousness even when there's one Caucasian versus 50 black dudes. And then you have 50 Caucasians versus one black dude or one black female, and the righteousness is not upheld. So I'm using this as an example in everyday life that young black men go through so that they can identify what I'm talking about. Righteousness is what accesses you to your higher self and your God plan. And you have to understand that anybody not on this frequency cannot be healthy to you, the planet Earth, or the solar system, or the galaxy, or the universe as a whole. So we have to, in order to obtain back connection with the Creator, you must have a healthy heart chakra and you must be operating on your higher frequency. Black women too. You must stop selling yourself short. You must stop selling your soul or selling your physical body, your physical vehicle for materialistic things because it is unrighteous. And you must stop allowing unrighteous men to lead you down unrighteous path and put you, your household, and your kids and your job in jeopardy. Because you are closing your heart chakra, and in doing so, you don't allow your energy to flow to your higher chakras. And in that doing so, the cause and effect of that is you become not in tune with your higher self, which cuts you off from any communication with the Creator or our ancestors or any entities, whether they be extraterrestrial, light entities, physical, or just light vibrations. You cut yourself off from all communication with them. So with that being said, family, melanated people, we must become righteous again. It ain't hard. Stop motherfucking lying. Stop motherfucking stealing. Stop being so lustful. Stop being a cheater. Nigga, if you want more than one woman, see if your woman is with polygamy. If not, get one who is. Stop being deceitful. Females, stop being sinister. Stop being on the phone with your man while you with another man doing what you do. We must uphold some type of honor within our community. That's the only way not only are we going to get respect from ourselves, but all these other alleged racists and entities walking across this planet, across our entire globe. That's it. We have to get to the point where white people look at us as the gods again, because we carry ourselves like gods. That's the only way they gonna respect us. That's the only way. We not niggas. We ain't African Americans. We ain't Haitians. We ain't Jamaicans. We melanated gods. Respect us, or get the fuck out our face. Period. You have to demand. What righteousness is going to make you demand respect regardless, because that just come with it. Because once you understand who you are and you actually act according to that, then you force everybody else to respect it. Like, we have to get to the point where white people or Caucasians or Chinese people or anybody that's not directly African descendant respect our shit, because we respect our shit righteously. If you don't look at me in my eyes, police officer, motherfucking FBI, CIA agent, motherfucking Illuminati, Pope, I don't give a fuck who you is. If you don't look at me and say, that's a God right there. That's a righteous individual who lives their life 100% as positive as possible. Or you look at my black woman or any black woman and say, that's a goddess right there. The creator of everybody, including me. And she would never do anything wrong consciously because she lives her life as positively and righteous as possible. Then you have a fucking incorrect vision on who you think you talking to. You ain't talking to a nigga who is stupid. You ain't talking to a nigga who gonna sell his life and get blown away for trying to make a drug transaction or allow you to lock me up. You ain't talking to nobody who gonna prostitute this black woman in order to make some money that you created, which really has no value. You talking to somebody who won't even litter. You talking to a motherfucker who won't even kill a fly. You talking to a motherfucker who gonna rip you apart if I ever catch you trying to violate a black woman in my presence, and I don't give a fuck if you got a shield on or a black suit. That's who you talking to. So until black people understand, white people or any other race looks at us in that notion, black people, we not gonna never get the respect we deserve, and we don't have no fucking chance back in taking over our planet. It just, according to the Gregorian calendar, it just turned 2016. But on the true calendar or solar calendar is 15,102 years. We're 15,102 years around the celestial equator, the zodiac sign dome. And this that motherfucking year for black people. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 equals 9. We know that 9 is the number of born. A woman carries a child for 9 months. Every 90 days is a new season. We know that the Fibonacci sequence is 1.618. Is a spiral, a 9. 9 is the thing of born, it's the number of creation. Everything in the universe has a mathematical sequence of 1.618. I don't care if it's your hand, a plant, a finger, a dog. Everything when divided by a certain fraction has this mathematical sequence. In fact, I'll do a video on it when I get time. But with that being said, 9 is the number of born. Even on a Gregorian calendar, 2016 adds up to born. The 5th dimension is coming. It's going to be a new density level, a new physical realm is going to be born, as well as what we about to make born is we about to take back our motherfucking planet, and it starts mentally and spiritually, and the physical realm will follow. It's like fighting. Even anybody who box or do martial arts, you throw the jab and you let the body follow. The jab is the mind and the soul, and the body is literally the body in this scenario. So we're going to throw the jab, the mind and the spirit at the world, and our physical existence is going to follow. It's motherfucking 2016. According to the Gregorian calendar, and we about to take this shit back. But it starts in our own motherfucking household. We have to stop looking at each other crazy. We have to stop looking at each other through fucking blue eyes and motherfucking green eyes, and get back to looking at each other through black eyes and brown eyes. So with that being said, y'all, turn the righteousness on, or you will not access your higher self. And with that being said, family, peace.